Hello everyone, welcome back to FX Spiders. Today is the D-Day. This is the hyperability old blocks video. This was a nice setup I took last night, and I actually took this trade, but unfortunately I didn't send it to the group chat. I was so busy, and but I caught the trade. I'll just put a screenshot somewhere around the screen. So okay, what I want to do now is a breakdown of how I caught this trade, what I saw, and why I used all these POIs. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. So as usual, uh, I just zoom out chart to see clearly on the 4 hour time frame, and this is USD CAD. We know it's on a bullish trend. Sorry, it's on a bearish trend, and and it's like the trend is changing because we've got this major breaker structure. Yes, we've got this breaker structure here, and it's a major one. So we don't know yet because we're not for sure 100%. Sorry, we are not 100% sure. This is all based on assumptions, right? So okay, back to what we're doing. So this is the small data we need. If you're on the mentorship, you already know we don't need much data to much information to analyze the market. So even this is enough. But to be on the safer side, and when you're still learning, still you still have some missing piece. You have to look at it from a much bigger view. Okay, so we've so far so good. Sorry, we've got this push. First, remember the rule-based system video. We've got first you need to look at the structure. What is the big boss structure doing, and what is the the minor structure doing, which is the macro and micro structure, the major and minor structure. So in whatever you want to call it. So far so good. Lo and behold, this is protected. Sorry, liquidity swing, and there's the protected swing, then liquidity swing. This is clearing. Oh, sorry, this move here is clearing this liquidity. What makes uh, a protected swing valid? It's when after the protected swing we've got a breaker structure. So and that is it. And we've got this push not going below this, which means still respecting the structure and not going above here, which I don't know. So this is a little bit of reluctance there. So reluctance is actually unwillingness to do something. So it's actually trapping this range. So far this is the liquidity pool. I don't want to use the trend line because just like that. I want it to be more official. And this is what the protected high. So now what we do is give it a story. Look at it in a story mode. So this is what there's a push up, push down, which means this is protected, protected, protected. Then below liquidity in here, liquidity, and all of a sudden we've got this minor breaker structure. You can use this or you could just use this. But I personally would use this one because this is the push down, the push up, and the push down. This will be my breaker structure, and the move back inside. Although this could would have been my POI. This last down candle. Unfortunately, price didn't get here, so yeah, it's just a miss. But we've got tons of imbalance resting below, so it came and flew just a little bit of it and just went up. So this was the first breaker structure, and this is the second breaker structure. See what is happening. Okay, that is second breaker structure. Just a minute. So this is the second breaker structure, and I was expecting a breaker structure here that would just grab this liquidity. Remember, this is a liquidity swing and this is a protected low, but that didn't happen in that case. So this is a liquidity swing, right? And lo and behold, so let's just get rid of this because it's not that important. It's not important at all. And this was the push up, the push down, the push up, the push down. So this is still recommended, but this it's a liquidity and it hasn't been clear because we've got this break structure here and a move back into it. So Why I took this trade, I took this was my initial POI. So first I understand structure and where liquidity lies with my I have a bias now I want to sell, right? Because I saw this major breaking structure and which move initiated that breaking structure? This was the move that initiated that breaking structure. This is the last up candle before this down move that broke the structure slightly. So the move went back inside the zone. So this is where I just went to the hourly time frame, and it's got a lot more interesting. So this is the hourly time frame, and one thing here, this sorry, it's not so visible in the hourly time frame. It's on the 15-minute time frame. So this was a minor breaker structure here. This was a minor breaker structure, but unfortunately, uh, the market traded up above, inside the zone, and it was so quick. I wasn't looking at the chart, but I had patience, and I entered at this. Sorry, at this at this point. That was my entry point. Then there was no legit setup for me. Like it wasn't in my rule to enter here because, yeah, obviously and honestly, I wasn't looking at the chart, so I missed that point. But I got the second one for me. This was my POI. Why was this POI so valid? You've got imbalance in it if you look, yes, clearly, and also it's grabbed liquidity. And there was break structure. This was a break structure. If we were to go to a very low time frame, we're going to see that is a nice structure that was violated. So that was the point. And I entered, and I entered. My stop loss just below there. Sorry. Yes. And my TP, my target right now, is the 4 hour time frame. Hopefully this loads. So the essence of this video, why is this very important, is knowing the high probability old blocks. High probability, what for a validify an old block. First, it needs to have this three this three, well, I see. I don't even know what to call it. Um I guess factor would do three. Hopefully this loads because it's not has been almost a minute and it's not loading. So it just has three factors in it. First, liquidity grab. An old block should, potentially grab liquidity first. Second, after an old block, the the next move should have volume in it. What I mean is, rapid movement or an imbalance. And uh the third factor that validify an old block is break of structure. And that is one of the most important aspects of it. Break of structure. Break of structure is very important in old blocks. So I don't know what is happening right now. What is this? Okay, it's back to normal. I might take profit. What's right below here? But honestly, I didn't. I collapsed my trade immediately. Immediately it entered this point, this old block, because it might respect it, and it did. So immediately it's entered got into this point. I collapsed the position. I collapsed the position. And it was just a move about 130 pips. So that's my profit. So I hope. So don't worry about this. What is it called? This is all the setups that I have released you all block. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure you give me the thumbs up. And if you think this is so complex for you, it's too confusing, make sure you join the mentorship. Make sure you join the mentorship so you can understand this. Because in the mentorship we explain in depth, and it's so it will be so wide to to start seeing everything in just one video. But hopefully, if you don't want to join the mentorship, that's no problem. You can still learn from the free YouTube information I'm teaching. So this is all